guess who's in Dubai? एक hint देती हूँ आपको. He's tall, he's dreamy, he's a force to reckon with. And she's not one to be left behind. Yes, I am talking about the star cast of Force 2, the high-octane, action-packed sequel to Force. Z Connect met up with John Abraham and Sonakshi Sinha for an exclusive interview. सिर्फ आपके लिए. So we'll start with you, John. Firstly, tell me, why a sequel to Force? What made you decide on a sequel?
I think Force is, in the words of my co-producer Vipul Shah, and in the words of my studio, we believe Force could be the biggest action franchise the country has, action franchise, and we think it merits a sequel because ACP Yashvardhan's a police officer and we want to build him up going on his next mission and on his next mission and on his next mission. So, and that's what Force 2 is. It's a very legitimate sequel where he's not just saving his wife for his local team, but he's now up to saving the country.
So you're working with Abhinay Deo for the first time of Delhi Belly fame. So how is it working with him for the first time?
Abhinay is, I'm a big fan of his. He's won the Oscars at the advertising awards, Sonakshi, all the golds and everything he's won. So I've always wanted to work with him. I love Delhi Belly and I think he's a true talent. And I'm so fortunate that he's working with us on Force 2. Sonakshi,
we'll move over to you. You have just done an action film, Akira, and this is another action-packed film for you. How is it differently, training for this?
Well, my training in Akira really came in handy for this film as well, so that was a good thing. Other than that, I feel both the films are so different from each other, and in terms of the way they are presented, the directors are so completely different from one another in the way they make films. So for me, this was a completely new experience. It was... in fact, in this one, we got to do such a lot of variety of action. There were so many action sequences. We had names for each one of them, and some really great quality action. So for me, this was new and very enjoyable experience.
What kind of action are we expecting from you since you're playing a raw agent?
Yeah, I'm actually, the good part about this film is that how my character is also involved in the action that John is doing throughout the film. So for me, there were run chases, there were chase sequences, there was a car chase sequence in which I was driving the car. There's a rooftop action sequence where he's running on top of the roof and I'm running down. There's hand-to-hand combat. There's one really cool action sequence which is my favorite in the film, where we go into a lady's house and the goons come
pregnant woman action.
Yeah, they come chasing after us and we fight them together. He's literally lifting me up in the air and it's a symphony. It's like watching a dance. It's like watching poetry. It's really nice and it's in slow motion. And there's some really nice the villain Tahir. He has a theme where he keeps playing the mouth organ. So he's playing his mouth organ and this slow motion action sequence is happening. It's beautiful to watch. Yeah.
So talking of car action sequences, John, tell me, there is a scene where you're lifting a car.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, because I endorsed another brand, so I lifted another brand. I can't lift my own brand.
You've lifted a bike in the previous one, but that you can actually lift. Car, I don't think you've done it all by yourself.
Yeah,
how is it actually shot?
So we got some support in lifting the car, but once the car was there in my hands, it was all on me. And trust me, and I'd like to tell this to my audience, don't try this at home. It's back-breaking and it's not fun. But I think Force required that kind of a hero who could be larger than life and stronger, and that's what ACP Yashvardhan is. He's a model citizen of the country. He's honest, he's tough. I would aspire to be ACP Yashvardhan because he doesn't cheat. He wants to get the job done, and he's really tough as nails. He can lift anything, he can break anybody's head, he can do anything, and that's what makes him special.
Sonakshi, what was your best moment on the sets of Force 2?
I think shooting the entire film was an experience because every day we were doing something new, we were doing something different. For me, to be able to play a raw agent, and portray such a strong character on screen was really, really exciting. We had a great 50-day sked in Budapest where we shot most of the film. That was really nice, and the best part is that all of us got along so well with each other that it was just really smooth sailing. So I've thoroughly enjoyed working on this film.
How is it working with Tahir, your co-star?
I think Tahir is the most promising emerging talent in our industry. He did a great job in Mardani. I think he's up the quotient in Force 2, and he's going to get a lot of acclaim after this film. And he's a nice boy. We all enjoyed working with him, and very easy to get along with. And I think we all had a great time together.
Lastly, a few words to your fans in the UAE.
Well, I always say I exempt Sonakshi from this because all our films are super hits. But in my case, I think UAE is very special to me, and it's my biggest market, and it's a place where people are very special to me, and they find me special here. Thank you. Force 2 is a film for UAE. It's an action film. It's a credible film. And you could be from any part of the world. You're going to enjoy this film. So please come out and watch this film. It's universal. Come out and watch it with your friends, your family. You'll enjoy it.
Sonakshi?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with John. And I've received a whole lot of love from the UAE. And in fact, my last film, Akira, opened really well over here. So thank you guys. And I hope that you guys come in even more numbers and watch our Force 2. I'm sure you'll be very entertained. And it's a great film. So come watch it.